Hello and welcome to today's Daily Dominion by Holtz. It's a Friday, um, and that means we should be looking at a 3 expansion kingdom. Um, yeah, let's start with those and then zoom into the kingdom. So bonfire, yeah, cathedral trashing every round, not optional, so you have to. One card from your starting hand. Yeah, normally I buy this. Without thinking about it too much. I'll get back to whether it makes sense here or not in a second. Then Bonfire, this is a specific trashing on coppers, where it's an event, so you just pay 3 and then you can trash up to 2 coppers you have in play. So the advantage is you can actually use the coppers you are spending on the 3 and then you just trash those. The disadvantage is this trashing is limited to coppers, which used to be different, but they changed this in one of the second editions. Then what's happening in the kingdom? Yeah, we can already see there is horns of plenty and quite a lot of draw in the form of Lost City and also Haunted Woods, potentially some scholars. Um, Plus spy is not in the kingdom, so the only gaining is through the horns. So getting, let's say, the majority of those horns, yeah, ideally 6 or more, is yeah at least paving the way for a success here quite a bit. Um, so how do you get to play many horns in at the end of your turn very quickly? So you have to thin, which yeah we already looked at Bonfire Cathedral as thinning options. There is another one. There is Recruiter, one of the strongest crashers in the game. Um, Usually, yeah, works best on the estates and then any, like silver or any cards that you don't really want in your deck. But you draw 2 cards and then you just trash the one of those cards. You get the villagers and then you can play on using those yeah, draw cards. Like Gear and Young Witch, these are all cards which allow you to draw on. And the Lost City, of course, but that has their own action already. So yeah, I think on the 4/3, I can imagine here like a Young Witch Silver hoping to spike Recruiter. I could also imagine to open Cathedral and Young Witch, but then this basically makes it impossible um, to hit 5. And here you just draw, you don't reveal anything, so the patron is a little less useful in combination with Young Witch. Yeah, if we look at the kind of acceleration here, so acceleration is relative. So either we slow down the opponent and we just slowly improve our deck, or we don't slow down the opponent and we try to yeah to get our deck in shape as quickly as possible. Normally, most of the attack cards they also kind of slow you down a bit, but they slow down the opponent a bit more. So it's a trade-off. And here, I think hitting Recruiter is or would be phenomenal. On the other hand, the junking with Young Witch is also attractive. We kind of force them into a gear. Um, and then, gear is a duration card, so the likelihood they have it on their hand for the Bane is even a little lower. As long as they only have one, it's not really a strong likelihood. So I think I'm going for either Patron and Silver, Patron and Dungeon, Patron and Gear seems also a very reasonable option. And then you just do the Cathedral once you have the Recruiter to deal with the cursing. Um, yeah, and then we have at least the chance, if they go Young Witch, we have the chance to have Gear on hand. So I think I'm opening Patron and Gear. The Patron really because we want to spike 5 and that increases the likelihood quite a bit. then it's a bit of an improved silver. Yeah, here we have our 5 and we are happy. So we get the recruiter. And they skip, look, they skip the young witch. So they are just following. Okay, so probably if we had taken a young witch, they might have followed on that as well. I mean, we already have a recruiter and now we can put 2 cards aside, which is pretty cool. It's definitely the estates, I think, at least 1 estate for the recruiter target. And then the 3 could just be like a bonfire, for example. Or is it cathedral? Hmm. Yeah, then you sit on your cathedral for till the rest of the game. Hmm. I mean, if they had taken the young witch, I would get the cathedral here. Now I'm a little less sure. A dungeon would also be very strong, I think, because then you don't need the cathedral, and I mean, in the turn you played, it reduces your hand size by 1. So similar to a cathedral, but you get additional sifting, search space. So I think I actually like the dungeon best here. Because we want to have 1 or 2 dungeons, ideally 2 dungeons and then 2 haunted woods. So the next goal is haunted woods, I think. Because we get some villagers from recruiter and then we can play our terminal stuff. And yeah, so let's do this. They gained now their recruiter. Okay, so they're a shuffle, I think, behind with the recruiter. And now we just get the haunted woods, right? We could even get like a late young witch or something. But they can discard with dungeons, so it's not totally clear if that makes sense at all. It could even be a lost city here, but I just feel haunted woods will be critical longer term for the consistency. Unless we get like loads of dungeons. So we get the recruiter into the shuffle. That's great. It could also be another recruiter here, but I don't think we need it because yeah, the young witch is, or a horn. I think I just get the haunted woods. It may not be the best pick, but I think it's minimum decent. Yeah, look here. So here we play this, we play this. Okay, we don't draw the recruiter, but that's fine. We just get put an estate away, and this is our young witch. Just to feels a bit awkward, but it's also a unique which we can use a lot. And the chunking, it kind of matters. And then only we dive into the lost cities for a bit of support for actions. I mean, this could also be just a bonfire with a 4. It's also very good. Probably before the shuffle, we'll draw into it. That's probably better. So yeah. So we put the estate away, we play the haunted woods, and we just do the bonfire here. We are still able to spike 5, which means we get the horn next. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now this is great. We only need to draw. Yeah, the patron is already in the deck, so we are fine. What are we discarding? Ah, on the dungeon. Okay, all right. So here, patron, and we just draw back up, and we get the Horn of Plenty. If there is background noise, apologies. Yeah, the kid woke up. She's taking care. Okay, now we play the dungeon. We play the patron. This. Yeah. Do we put anything aside? Yeah, why not? 1 copper or so is fine, I think. We want to hit 5 still. And we had more than 5 last turn, right? 4 coppers and 6. Yeah, okay, so we can put 1 aside. But we trash 1. Ah, yeah, okay, then probably we can't. It doesn't matter because the gear is also decent draw in our turn. So we can do nothing, and which is trash. I forgot the estate. It's fine. We have our 5, which we wanted, and we have a horn which is activated. And we played the Haunted Woods, right? Place, yeah. So I think we might just want to get another, or we get a Lost City, or we get a Chester, or a horn. Well, one horn for sure. So a horn, and yeah, we need another draw card. I think getting another Haunted Woods in play at the end of the turn is the best. It could be gear and putting some stuff aside. We won't have anything to buy really anymore. Unless we trash the gear for villagers, which is also an option. Yeah, but I think this is. I mean, we are ahead here. They get more recruiters, but that's fine. They can trash how much they want, and we are already thin. And with the Haunted Woods, we just get the maximum consistency. So we'll draw all of our horns every turn now, and then we just need to make sure we have 8 uniques, which is easy with horns because you just gain the missing card. Yeah, let's see if they get Lost Cities, which I think are a little worse than the Haunted Woods. Yeah, here, look. Now we can just trash the gear, to be honest, and keep the 4 coppers around. But then we don't draw next turn with the dungeon. I don't know. Well, we can think about it later. This one, and we play the recruiter, I think, and then we decide. Well, we have 7 here because we got the copper. We got around to everything. No, then I think we just trash the copper for now, and we don't play the gear. We don't need that. And we get the Haunted Woods into play. Don't play the gear. And now we get 2 horns for sure. Maybe it's even 3 horns. And then we can play the gear. Yeah. This is all right. We get all the horns here, I think. Yeah, their 2 Lost Cities is less draw than our Haunted Woods. Or it's the same because we play 1 Haunted Woods and we draw 3 cards. They get the actions from it, but they're not really needed here. I think I just want another horn or a Chester to potentially gain a horn. But they would get all the remaining horns, so then the Chester is just crap. Yeah, so we get this horn, and now we have. Oh, they this is a late bonfire. Okay, yeah, so they didn't really draw, so we get the last horn. This is great. And now we put aside the. Oh, hold on. Let's see how many. Just 1 copper, I think. But we have no Haunted Woods in play next turn. Then it probably has to be the 2 coppers. And we get like a witch or something for search space and a unique. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, play. And now the horn gets another horn. So 5 uniques. Okay, we didn't get to our recruiter, which is the 6th unique. We have another dungeon, 7. So yeah, and then we buy the young witch, which is 8. So we just get Lost Cities, I think, and then we win next turn. I think. Can we pile provinces? No, because I think we have 6 horns, and we won't hit 8 unless we also get a gold here. So I think we need the Lost Cities to increase our chance to spike the full, like get a full turn. I think it's another one, and then the young witch. We buy the young witch. Okay, so now let's see what we draw. I mean, we can start with the dungeon, maybe. Yeah, and just have them trash their stuff. And they won't be able to do much. This is great for us, actually. They help us draw cards. And yeah, look, now we should easily pile. And we deliver one curse, and then we have the 7 gains here, and win by 1 point. 11 turns. That feels good. Okay. I mean, they helped us so much now with the draw here. I mean, playing the dungeon doesn't harm, so we do it. Think about the rest later. Yeah, we play this guy. We just trash the haunted woods. One of them. I mean, it's the last turn, so yeah. And now we play the witch. Oh, they got the gear. Okay, that's fine. I mean, they got quite a few gears. So we can't pile, I think, because this is 7, yeah, and we have exactly 7 gains. So that's a little bit sad, but then we just get 6 provinces, I think, and that seals it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces, and then the other lost city, I guess. Yeah, we might then actually play on for another 2 turns, but I don't mind. This kind of just closes the whole thing down. Yeah, lost city. I mean, what else? And we trashed the haunted woods. Oh, we discarded the haunted woods. This is not smart because we have another turn. I didn't. Okay, let's see if we can go back. I think I have to click here. Otherwise, they don't allow. Yeah, okay. Oh, the discard, you can't undo the discard? Okay, that's a little bad, but alright. Because this is the only, I mean, yeah, there could be a reaction or something to the discard. Fine, then whatever. Then we take more lost cities and less provinces because I think we want to draw on. And now we might get like another recruiter, for example. Gears would be great. I mean, we certainly get 1 province. 5. This was 6. We have 6 horns. They have 4 horns, so 5 gains. This is the 5 gains they could be getting. So if we get another, we can then get 1 gear for draw. And we can get a recruiter. I mean, we still have a lot of coppers, but it could also just be a dungeon, to be honest. Probably the dungeon is better. We just don't get another gear, because then that would open up tire, right? 5 gains. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And they got a gold, so they could be. Yeah, we don't want to open up a tie. So I just gain a card. And we can still buy another card. Okay. Don't know. Like decent lands for Nord. I mean, next turn we are just piling the gears, I think. So yeah, we get whatever. We get a dungeon and another dungeon. We don't need anything else. Okay, yeah, this looks promising. All right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely should have gained the played the haunted woods, but it doesn't probably matter much. So here, do we just discard the patron, or I guess so? The non-draw card, right? So yeah, we don't need to hit 8 or anything. We just need to draw. So sift through for our client. Yeah, sift through to find the horns, and that's it. Yeah, we try to maximize the gains here. Okay, so we do this, I think. Play the young witch. Okay, I mean, that's fine. We could also have discarded the, yeah, so we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we buy a duchy. I don't know if we could have somehow managed to get a province or something. So that's it. Yeah, that felt easy actually. I think they didn't really have a proper game plan here. There's kind of a bit of back and forth, and then I saw some weird late bonfire. Yeah, I think our build was just more efficient. Yeah, we looked to get 5 on the first shuffle. We succeeded. Got the recruiter into the deck. I think we did 1 bonfire just before a shuffle, a dungeon just to make sure we have some consistency, and then pretty soon we started gaining horns, and then yeah, haunted woods first. I think was the second 5 after the recruiter, then horn, and then the lost cities was more like a late game thing to actually empty the piles. And the young witch, yeah, I hoped in that one turn that I could deliver a curse and then just win. I think it was 2 turns earlier or something. Yeah, that would have been great, like a win in 10 turns, but they had a gear on hand. They had gotten quite a few gears, which I think the plan was, if they had a plan, that they had some villages banked, and then they had quite a few lost cities, and then they can play the gear for draw. But overall, they were just too slow in the build. I felt always ahead. Cool. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.